Morning everyone, how you doing? It's Mike here from Skinny Boy Barbecue, and today we're going to be doing some beef short ribs. So, got these short ribs from Bob's Family Butchers down in Hatfield. I seem to get quite a lot of my stuff from him at the moment, especially because I've never had a bad delivery. The food is always amazing quality. Today I'm going to be mixing up a little bit. I want to try some of the Meat Church's Holy Voodoo rub. We're then going to sprinkle on some sweet barbecue rub from Heath riles, and we're going to just follow it and top it up with some steak rub from Killer Hogs. I've not done this combination before. This is going to give us a little bit of heat, a little bit of sweetness as well. So I'm just curious to see. I've already got the Traeger going. We've got some hickory and some cherry pellets in there from a previous cook. Not many, probably about an hour, hour and a half's worth of smoking. I'm getting the Traeger up to 285. That's how I'm going to be doing that today. Till we get to an internal temperature of about 160, 165 Fahrenheit. Then we're going to wrap it. For the first time, actually pour a little bit of beef broth into the foil, and then we're going to go till 204, 208 internal temperature. As you can see, with this, there's not a lot of fat on it at all, especially on the top. I'm going to trim all this off, get rid of this silver skin, because I want to expose all that meat, because it's all going to be flavour. So we'll stick you on a time lapse, so it's not painfully long for you guys, and we'll see you in a second. Sorry guys, forgive me. I was planning on actually putting the camera right up close to the ribs so you can see how I trimmed it. As you can see, I've got rid of 90% of the silver skin. Didn't take me too long. It's always really easy when you've got a cold piece of meat, really sharp knife. Now, again, you've probably seen in the previous video, I did this on a Pro 34, and I want to see the difference between the Pro 34 and the Timberline. With all beef ribs, this is a 3-piece, but the membrane on the back of it, leave it on, because this is what's going to hold the ribs together. So don't worry about that. Some people will, some people won't season the back of it. I will, just to add a little bit of flavour. I always do, just a little bit. I'm not using a binder. We're just going to go straight ahead. Now this is quite a thick, chunky piece of meat. So I want to go quite liberal with the voodoo rub, give that a good coating, but because I'm going to be layering it, I don't want to put too much on. Beautiful bank holiday Monday day. Rub, meat, wind, it's not always the best. So there you go, that's all I'm going to do with that. Now I'm just going to use this sweet barbecue rub just to give it, balance out that flavour between the voodoo rub, which has got a little bit of kick to it. But I'm not using too much because I want to taste that heat. And then to finish off, we're going to give this a layer of the steak rub. This is going to help bark this up beautifully. Salt, pepper, garlic, you can see the crystals. This is probably one of my favourite steak rubs, the Killer Hog ones. Right, we're just going to pat that down. We're going to let it sit 10-15 minutes, just let that kind of meat absorb all the seasoning. This is at 245 already. 10 minutes, and then we're going to get it on. So I'll see you soon. So guys, ribs are ready. We're basically at temperature. So we're going to go ahead now and we're going to get these onto the Traeger. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my probe and we're going to put the probe in between the bones. Stay away from the bone as much as possible. So find the middle, pop it in. And we're going to do this on the bottom wrap. Cool. So that's in, and we're now done. Glove off. I think I mentioned before, we've done this on some cherry, hickory, and then I actually topped it up with some mesquite. So probably got about an hour and a half's worth of smoking on the cherry and hickory, and then the mesquite will follow it for the next couple of hours. We're going to leave this completely alone until it gets to 165 Fahrenheit internal temperature. We'll be back down and then we'll see what it's like. So we'll see you soon. So guys, it's probing at 170. We got great pullback on one side. It's looking good. I'm going to give it another, probably going to give that another half an hour, and then we're going to, as you can see here, I've made like a little tray. So when I put the ribs into it, I can pour the broth in, and then it's just some beef stock, got from Tesco's. Pour the broth in, and then it won't fall all over the place when I try and wrap it. Yeah, it's looking better. Just a quick one for grill maintenance, because this has just happened. These nuts here, and to be fair, I should have I normally test these quite regularly, but I haven't on this one. The nut just came out and the lid just almost came off. But trusty screwdriver, always make sure you're checking your nuts, guys. So what we've got in here then is we've got the beef rib. I've made that. Change hands. And I'm just going to pour some of this around it. So about half look, and then we're just going to go and wrap. So let me do that, and then I'll put it back on. Can't do it with one hand. So I'm going to get my wife to come out and help me, but I just thought for now I'll show you what we're working with on these beef ribs. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit because this is ready to come out. They look great. And then all I did was fire off some oil, crushed garlic, and then a salt, pepper, garlic seasoning to top it off. And then we'll get these cut open now, pull them off the bone, and we'll see what's going on. Let's get a glove. Is that my cat? I hope she got that, but I'm guessing that means they're done. Let's try that again. Change of gloves. Did you get that on the video? So, as you can see, super juicy, super tender, and clean bone. That is perfect. And we just give it a little slice into. Great smoke ring. And now Pitmaster privilege. Let's try it. Perfect. So after the cooking, after the food, I think for me, I always get really excited to eat. So I don't really do a proper closing video. So now we're going to call this Mike's Grill Down. thanks to my wife, who gave me the idea for a grill down. Like a summary, if you will, except I get to enjoy a bottle of whiskey, a glass, and talk to you about the cook for today. Only for 30 seconds to a minute. So the beef ribs came from Bob's Family Butchers down in Hatfield. Again, great service I've always had from them. The online orders, food always comes through perfect. In truth, I had one bad experience with it, and they rectified it straight away, which was just brilliant. So beef ribs, rack of 3. We seasoned it with, took off the fat capsicum. By the way, cheers. Took off the fat and the silver skin just to expose the meat. Then we used the Meat Church's voodoo rub, which I highly recommend that on chicken, beef, just bread, anything. It's great. And we followed that up with some barbecue rub. If I remember, it was Heath riles, sweet barbecue rub, and then Killer Hogs steak rub. There you go. We let that go at 285 for... It actually took about 2 and just over 2 hours to get to the internal temperature of 165, 170, which really surprised me. I thought these were going to get done super quick. So then we pulled them off anyway, because it was time to pull them off. Put them into some foil, about 200 millilitres ish of some beef broth. Poured that, wrapped that up, and then that carried on cooking until probably about 6 o'clock. So yeah, you're looking at a good, probably looking at a good 6.5, 7 hours worth of cooking there. So then we pulled it off, we cut it up, my wife ate it all, so which means we're going to be doing it again. But I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who is liked or subscribed into the videos and to social media. Facebook, we're Skinny Boy Barbecue. Instagram, Skinny Boy Barbecue 2020. And then obviously YouTube. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe. This is me just wanted to share and just what I enjoy. So we'll see you next time.